battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be heard in gales and floods, if not at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Need guidance on life, auto, or homeowners insurance? Contact Kate Woolman State Farm for all your insurance needs. Rates can be more affordable than you think, and protecting what matters most to you is important. Call Ben at 719-539-6265 and he'll set you up with what you need. That's 719-539-6265.
Take away my point. Okay, that's it.
Seeing these 5 assailants dead, taking a moment after that, very quick 12 seconds, you don't see any more. Looking at one of these creatures...
I'll try and heal again, but yes.
Go for it. Roll
So
another
will
percentile.
Boreas.
Boreas, both of you roll percentile dice. You can see that one of these guys has ooze coming out of the side of his pincers. This one is looking injured, but not as bad. Boreas, do you drop your fairy fire?
I do drop the Fury Fire.
Excellent.
At this point. And I'm going to do a pretty high level.
80.
80 passes. At this point as well, William is fluttering down and saying, "Pack up quick, 10 minutes. We need to be moving."
I only got a 24, so I'm losing a 4th level spell for that one.
Wait, what did you roll for the percentile?
24.
24, that passes.
Oh, that passes? Oh, cool.
Passes.
Never mind, I'm not losing one.
If you roll a 20 or lower, your spell will fail.
Okay, 20 or lower. Okay, I thought it was 50.
No.
Yeah, the most injured one gets 15 points of health back.
15 points of health back.
12 points from me.
12 points from you. Most injured one again.
Yeah.
26 points of HP back.
And if I can, I would like to do one more to the other one.
Same.
Go for it.
I'll do the
I
same.
got a 34 on that one.
That passes.
He gets, wow, he got more back and it was a lower level spell. 21 points.
21.
I got a 90. I got a 98 on that.
That also succeeds at going off.
And
Ooh!
wow, that's bad. 7 points for me.
So was that 21 from you, Boreas?
Yeah.
21, nice. 21 and 7, so 28. That's what he needed.
I'm already in motion. I'm rolling up my bedroll.
Well,
grabbing my stuff.
which direction, guys? I would suggest we take these guys back to the wall. I know it's backtracking the way we came, but we need to get them to the wall.
Yeah, you saw how the wall was, right?
I feel like that might be
They have information.
dangerous.
Yeah, but the wall's under siege. We got out before then for a reason.
We leave them alone, they'll be dead.
We're not
Why
leaving
don't
them
they just-
alone.
Yeah, why
We
don't they
can't
just
take
tag
them
along?
with us.
Well, why not?
William just cocks his head sideways. We're already too many people.
They're tracking them.
All right, well then what
Then
business
ask
is
them
it of
how.
ours?
Bugs. Can they sense
Bugs
you?
do.
I asked them. Can they sense where you are, generally?
Minorly. It's difficult.
Directional.
They have to be close. It has to do with something that they've been giving Mother. BT, give me a wisdom check. Wisdom or charisma?
While they're doing this, Aborius
Wisdom.
is going to take pieces from all these guys and put them in his pack.
Okay, you give me an investigation check.
Excellent.
Yeah. Do these count as creatures? Since they're not like sentient?
For Teffie, you're not quite sure. You
Okay.
would need to run some experiments.
I'm gonna swipe up a vial of goop.
Vial of goop?
Like a larger vial of goop.
Okay.
No, a small vial of goop.
Okay. Small vial of goop.
15.
I got
15.
Go ahead.
14. 14. There is... Oh, actually, Aborius, what did you get? Because you're doing this at the same time, really.
Yeah, I'm cutting some pieces off, taking those, and it's 15 for investigation.
15 for investigation. All right. As they're saying this to you, BT, off to where Aborius is, cutting into one of the creatures, there's a sense. As though unsensible while they were alive, now there is a feeling of familiarity within. Aborius, while you're cutting in, a thin little sliver of something drops out, lands in the snow, and immediately starts going north. After a moment, all of you see the same thing happen to the other four carcasses. Something break through the carapace, slip out, fall into the snow, and start traveling north. BT, your sense, as soon as they start, you see these motions of snow going through. You don't feel it for what it is, but you recognize it when you see it. These are 5 very small chunks of living metal.
Call them. Override.
Fails.
Come to me.
Fails. You can't connect
Did
them
these
the same
two-
way as
tracking that?
others.
Do these two have them in it? Have any?
You're not sure. When the others were alive, you didn't even have an inkling that this was inside them.
Do a deep scan.
Deep scan?
I'm
We're
warded
running
with
out of
both
time.
of them. I know. I'm
You
warded
are
with both of them.
You are warded with both of them. So give me a percentile dice. I'll factor the wards into the numbers.
44.
44. The smallest of senses creeps in from each of them. It's ever so faint.
Can I connect?
Not on these ones either. It's almost like a complete rejection. As soon as you reach out to try to connect, it's bounced right back.
They can be tracked. If we take them with us, they'll track them. They are not aggressive or hostile. They're running away from the rest of the horde, or whatever you want to call them. They probably have information that the wall needs, or somebody in the defense needs.
Is
I think at this
anybody on the
moment,
other side of the wall going to listen?
no one has ever seen the bugs alive.
If they went back to the wall, you'd have to go with them. You're the only one that can speak their language.
What do you think's more important? Our mission right now that we don't have a real timeline on, or help in this fight? Your
I'm
cause,
gonna-
Teffie.
Yeah, I literally, as he says that, I also turn and look at Teffie, the de facto leader.
Teffie pauses and thinks for a moment because I am doing the same.
These two beings are
You
huddled
don't have
together
much
now,
time.
kind of cowering a little bit behind BT as much as they can, looking terrified.
BT, can you ask them why they're running?
Why are you running away? Why are you not like the rest?
We broke from them somehow. We were pulled a distance away and her voice removed. Now,
There is something controlling their species. From what I can gather, there are pieces of living metal. That's what disappeared from those bugs that died, and it happens to currently also be in these two. So something Arctech, ancient Arctech, is up there, acting as their queen, controlling this species, causing the war. This is something that the defenders need to know. They got too far away, so they broke from that control.
I'm going to is it in my hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute.
I guess Teffie's the only one that really knows
Living.
what living metal is, but anyway.
It's true.
I'm gonna hold out my hand like this, and I'm gonna say, I've got a ring of sending. If we leave them, they die. If we go back with them, chances are we get caught in the siege, and then we all die. We can give the information to the other side, but I think we need to push forward.
We'd be sacrificing them. I'm
Not
happy
if
to
we
do
bring them
that.
with us.
If we bring them with us, we're going to go deeper into the territory. They're going to reconnect, and we're going to be in danger.
Not to be that guy, but we have more pressing matters than the lives of two individuals. We can't save everyone. It's time we come to reconcile that fact. The entire stake of the planet as we know it is at stake if we don't get the larger situation. So I think relaying the information is useful, yes. However, it's not my goal in particular.
How far out are we? How long have we been traveling?
Like a day, I
day.
think.
You're about a day away and you're about 10 from the notch.
What were you gonna say? Somebody was about to say something.
I was not.
BT's just listening.
Maybe it was Vaughn that I heard.
BT's not,
Oh, I bumped my elbow. That was me bumping my elbow.
Oh, okay.
not going to leave him to die.
I don't want to either, Big Tin. But we can't go back now.
One of them steps
William,
forward.
how long?
Oh, I'll catch up with you.
10 days to notch. For the record, I
No,
think
how long
my-
until
Oh.
we're surrounded?
1 minute. For the record, I think my boss would listen. However, I am here to escort you in.
You guys go on. I'll catch up. I'll take him back.
All right, I'm reaching into my inventory, into my bag of holding. I'm not even sure if they'll be able to eat this food, but I'm going to give them the day's worth, 1 day's worth of rations. You know, and I'm assuming Big Tin can run faster than we were traveling, so.
They
Not anymore.
Oh, well, good luck then. No, I'm
One
kidding.
of them.
I give them both the rations.
So you give one of them the rations. his arm is going to touch onto yours. Make a charisma saving throw. You can also make an insight check if you'd like to know what the intent is.
I will do both. What'd you say, charisma?
Charisma.
Why do I keep rolling 13s on charisma saving throws that turn out to equal 25 every single time? And then insight. What's my insight?
Yeah, your charisma
17.
is gross. It's inside of 17. It's not hostile. You're not entirely sure what it is, but it's definitely not hostile. Would you like that charisma saving throw to succeed?
No.
No? You feel you're familiar with something like this happening in your lifetime? It's happened
Heck
a few
yeah.
times. Something slips into your mind. And you hear in a language you understand and never would think to hear in this world, Parkoth. Speak out and say, "Thank you."
I'm just gonna nod my head, and I'm gonna sing to all three of them. I'm gonna say, "Move as fast as you can, but stay hidden. We'll take our time. We'll get somewhere to hide. And wait.
Don't wait up. I'll catch up.
Everybody move."
Yeah, Teffie packs his stuff during the entirety of this conversation,
Oh,
and then
my stuff is way packed already.
Yes.
Yep.
Start moving.
Boreas holds all their stuff inside their body, so they're always packed.
Gross.
But if you're
In his
moving at this
prison
point,
pocket, you might say.
My
I'm on,
pack
let's
is my
go.
body.
Here. I'll take off.
One of the injured ones who's missing a leg, he will climb on. You won't be able to fit both of them on with your size, but the other one who's fully
How'd you get
healed
smaller?
now, is going to run alongside with
explained
you.
that.
They are
I know
They
you
are
did,
quick.
but why?
they
Why?
are fast.
Why did
It
you
was-
make the decision?
Long range teleportation is a good thing. It happened. It's good in all
Well,
campaigns.
then let's do it right now. Long range teleport.
And I'll come out the size of a chihuahua.
All right. Anyway,
Oh, a little chihuahua BT, that would be so cute.
Squash.
really a
Squash.
little beanie baby.
Beanie Baby.
Okay, so
Alright.
for yourself, BT, you are going to have someone who is somehow connected to this ground, to the earth itself, and able to help you get through. Whenever you do get close to some people, or to some of these other Nworqs, they navigate you around. And your travel is a lot easier than the others is going to be, with these two with you. For you others, I need 3 different things. First, I need a group stealth check.
Oof. Oof.
Oof.
Indeed. Oh, good gods.
Oh, since I don't have chainmail anymore, I can have it with advantage from the sneaky boots.
So, William just got a natural 1.
Now.
So did
come
I.
on.
Now he gets it. Now he gets it. You got a natural 1 too? That's 2 fails.
Yep.
Oh, this is
I got a
not good. Okay.
4 on my stealth. What was the second roll?
That's
Oh,
another
guys,
fail
I hope I
too.
can find you again.
Alright, Teffie, what's yours?
10.
10.
Oh, no.
We did not
The
roll well.
least
That
stealthy group of people on the
Is a
planet.
unanimous fail.
That
An
tracks.
entire group fail.
Clink, 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 clink.
Next thing I need is someone to heads up a survival check. Now, William does have a +8, so we can absolutely volunteer
He
them
should.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Someone
Mine
else
is a
want to roll for them?
+5, but
I've got a +2.
sure, I'll roll for.
No.
I'll roll for
You
him.
roll for him? Okay,
Okay.
roll for him.
I should not have, but 17.
17. William's been out in this area a few times. He's a little familiar with the terrain and is able to guide you places when he's not literally running into trees and causing Snow to bury himself. You travel deeper into it. After a moment, William's head does a complete 180, so he's looking back his back, and you hear him say, "We're being followed." At this point, you have an option. Well, you have several options. Now, there are two I'll give you, but you can absolutely come up with a third if you'd like. You can stand and face them, or you can start running.
Or you can sacrifice the lowest member of your party, and the rest of you run.
Asking William, how long until they're here?
Not long. Maybe 5 minutes, if we stay still.
Well, many are following us, can you tell?
Can't tell. Just know there's following. Response groups
say we
usually
run.
have a stampeder and 3 launchers or flingers. We'll be getting shot at before we see them.
I say we run, find a place to hide.
Yeah, I say we run, try to make for high ground, and then maybe see if we can set up a rifle to shoot at them before they get to us.
Yep,
Run
by
is-
immediately.
Yeah, we have it.
Give
Boy
me
as follows.
athletics. Just athletics.
Oh.
I'm not going to give you an option
Just
of
athletics?
acrobatics on this one. No, just athletics.
Yeah.
So
I
give me
think that
athletics
was-
checks. The snow in
17.
this area is not bad enough for disadvantage on it, so you're still good on that point.
17, baby.
Nice.
11.
11. Not so
22.
nice. 22. Nice. Someone want to roll for William?
I shall.
He's got a +3.
18.
I had a minus
18.
1.
Nice as well. You begin running cleanly for at least 30 minutes. If William's asked, he
Can I-
says, keep running.
Can I mid-run do something?
What do
I'm
you
going
wanna
to
do?
fall to the back of the pack, and as we run, using my hand axe, I'm going to grab a branch, like a big branch. I'm going to cut it off mid-run, and I'm going to drag it behind us. Disturb our
All
our
right,
tracks.
give me a sleight of hand.
I shall. 9.
9. You know what? You're running so fast, you're not even entirely sure if it's working. But you're trying. And it's the thought that counts.
This isn't Christmas. It's not the thought that counts.
Well, you're running cleanly for 30 minutes. William says, keep running. You go for another 30 minutes. Until finally he cocks his head and says, left. Up the tree. And you find a particularly large tree. The branches are 30 feet before you can start grabbing it. William just flutters up. But the rest of you, if you don't have a natural climbing speed, I need acrobatics or athletics.
Can I do something to assist in these acrobatics and athletics?
Sure can. What would it be?
Let me see. Let me go to my inventory.
While he's looking at that, you said 30 feet up.
30 feet up, yep.
Can I use my final phase step to just teleport to it?
Yeah, you can. As soon as William's getting to the top, to one of the branches, or you see the branch that William's aiming for, and as soon as he gets to that point, you poof out of your own location, and show up right up there, melting all the snow on the branch around you. And you see what he's going for. A hole in the tree. It looks like it might be big enough to fit a few of you. What are the
I'm
rest?
going to, taking 2 of my extra hand axes out of my pack, I'm going to throw them at 2 different places up this 30 foot, so we have handholds. Teffie, go first, and then I'll pull him out and climb with him the rest of the way.
Hate to ruin your vibe, buddy boy, but
Oh,
Teffy's
bud.
going to use levitate.
Okay, never mind. I don't do any of that. I only
No.
assist myself.
Yeah, no, you chuck him, and you look at Teffy and like use that, and then she starts just levitating upwards towards the branch.
I use them.
And you like run up, climbing up this thing. Give me an athletics with advantage. Athletics or acrobatics. One of those two.
It's got to be athletics. 14.
14. That's good enough. You get up to where everyone else is gathered at this point. Teffy, you are assisted and pulled into the hole, so your levitate doesn't have to go away yet if you don't want it to.
Gonna
And
keep it.
Drake, and you find there's just enough room for you to squeeze in as well.
What color is the bark on this tree?
Yeah, what
Depends-
type of tree is this?
What kind of
what
tree
type
is
of
this?
tree
It's
is
a pine tree.
What kind of pine?
I don't know. Spruce? That's not a pine tree. Spruce isn't a pine tree. I don't know my trees. It's a pine tree. Figure it out. Fir. We'll go with a fir of some kind. I don't know. But you get into this hole. It is, on one side, it is snow blasted. So there's a cake of snow. And on the other side, it's like a loose brown pine bark. Just gonna
Alright.
check William's spells. He might have something for this. He sure doesn't. Never mind.
Let me check mine too. I have Pass Without Trace.
Oh, well, that
Well,
would have
why
been
haven't
good at
you
the
been using
beginning.
that? That would have been good
Well,
an hour and a half ago
if there's nothing
in
else
game time.
you all needed, or if there's nothing else, you can use that for the group stealth check I'm about to ask for.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't have much of anything else. I mean, I have polymorph, but that won't help in this
That's a
case.
fun
I can also
spell.
speak with plants, but
Hmm.
I do remember that there was some kind of corruption going on here, so they probably won't listen to me. So I'm going to think about the Path Without Trace instead.
You can still try.
Yeah. My percentage is a 48.
For Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah,
Okay, everyone.
that was my percentage. Yep.
Nice. The spell goes off and succeeds. Everyone roll a stealth check.
And you have plus 10 to it.
Ooh.
Plus 10 to whatever we roll? Including.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 22, baby.
42.
22.
No.
22. Oh!
No. No.
Okay.
16.
16?
Oh.
Wow.
Probably
buddy.
the only time I will ever get.
I'm a
I got a
paladin, I'm not meant for
28.
this.
A 28? Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a
Well-
17 and I have plus 1.
Teffie passes. Aborius definitely passes. Drake in this height, so you pass as well. And William definitely passes with his 37. Stealthy
is
little
tree.
bugger. He is 3. Yes, he turns into 3 itself. After about 10 or 15 minutes of waiting in the pitch black of the night that it is, you do hear branches breaking, things snapping, as below... Drake, and I'll give you this, as you're the last one to sneak in, as you're the only one who has a clean view of what's going on below right now. The rest of you just hear it. But Draken, you see a larger creature with 6 bulbous limbs walking across the ground, its head pivoting from side to side, looking for something. And just behind it are these smaller scaled versions almost similar to what you had fought previously, but its carapace is more red and black hued, and there are spiky protrusions on its forelimbs. and they're just walking bipedally around, also looking. They start to walk in the direction you're going, stop at where the tracks end, look up the tree, but don't see anything. And they'll look down, and they're going to spread out.
Okay, I'm going to investigate because I was once a soldier. So I'm trying to figure out, in a military sense, what this squad, like what each of the roles is in this
Okay,
situation.
you could do it. I'll actually give you a few options. You could do an investigate, but you can also potentially do a history check for all your history as well.
It's gonna be the same. Actually, I like
potential.
I like the
insight
flavor
too.
of. If you'll give me insight, I'll take insight. But
I can see insight in on this because you're military trained enough. You do come from a military background, and it is reading into their intent. So yeah, I could see insight. It is very feasible.
Oh, well, that's hilarious because it's just my passive. 10 on the dice.
10 on the dice. Okay. For a
16.
total of 16? Excellent.
It's my passive. I could have just taken my passive.
Your sense in this, while brutish, these creatures are clearly intelligent. They have noticed the tracks ending and are now investigating the surrounding area at a slower pace. They came up quicker and have slowed down to give a more detailed examination here. The ones with the spines on them, they look quite vicious. A little fragile, maybe, but those spikes, you know what they do. You carried someone with 3 of them embedded in. Once they get in you, they start digging deeper as time goes by. You don't want to get hit by one. As for the other one, you're not sure what that one does, but it looks like it's got thick carapace and looks even more brutish than all the others. Kind of like it's very beetlescent, but a big beetle.
So, can I see outside of the tree at all?
With you having been pulled in, I would say Arboreus is the one who definitely can't see anything. With you, Teffie, it's obscured visions. You definitely didn't see them get up to the base of the tree, but you did see them meandering up, and you're starting to see them meander around as well.
Okay. Can I tell
In the distance.
whether they seem more like sentient soldiers following orders, or if they seem more like ants just doing ant things?
Ooh, you would have reasonable background for both of these. Give me an insight check.
While she's doing that, Murray, do you mind if I go feed Lily and
do it.
Boreas falls into a bit of a trance?
Do to it, yep. Go for
Honk
Can I
shoe,
have
honk shoe.
pictures of
I'll be
whatever
right
this
back.
creature is?
it.
I would like pictures
I'll
of this creature.
take a few photos of the
You
Lily
said-
Billy.
Insight?
Inside, yeah.
That there is a 17.
17. While they look like the insectoid creature, and while you feel like their physiology suggests they have very similar capabilities, they're behaving more like soldiers under control.
Interesting. That is all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Out of my bag of holding, since we can't make a fire, I'm going to pull out this wolf skin like overcloak thing, and I'm going to put it on me like a blanket, and I'm just going to kind of like watch for a little while until I
Fall asleep up against the tree trunk.
Yeah, Teffie's now going to lean against the inside of the tree as well and just also try to get some shut-eye.
Gonna make some rolls here. Why don't you give me a perception check, Draken, for the brief moments that you're keeping watch.
And remember, I have a sword of warning, so if they start climbing up that tree, we'll know.
Yeah.
Perception, you said?
Yeah, perception. Wow.
Where's my perception? 15.
15? Okay. After about another 40 or so minutes, you're finding it very difficult to stay awake at this point. You've been awake for probably nearly 36 hours, considering where you came from just before. Rough time, but you're used to hours like that. I mean, it's almost standard for you. You've been on planets where the day is 36 hours. But as you're drifting off, you start to see them gather up again and start going north, away from the tree. I did not roll above an 8 on any of their checks. They failed miserably at finding you.
Are you sure they're not ant-like?
Not
Actually, ant-like would
entirely.
probably have found us. For being real honest here.
They probably just would have scuttled up the tree just to check
Just
instead
check.
of looking around. Don't know that's going to be good, actually.
Yeah, but ants follow pheromone trails. I just floated.
Yeah.
Someone else teleported and someone else flew. They would have only been able to follow Altian. No, what's your name? Draken. Up
Come on now. That's like the third time you've...
Look,
It's-
man, I
I've
just
only
work
had
here.
3 characters this entire time.
I just work here.
And you've known all 3 of them.
Okay, you started out with a different name. That's on you.
That's fair. Caleb.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Caleb.
Caleb.
I don't
Alright.
even know who I can trust anymore. It's like I don't even know you.
I, at this point, am going to give you all an option here. Given the night and the strain that it was in, you can either take a long rest, but accept a point of exhaustion. Or you can take a short rest, as the new day comes by and your journey has to continue.
How would the short rest not give us exhaustion?
The short rest, well, because there's a give off on that. You as a fighter actually are not going to be as affected by this, but spellcasters don't get their spells back until a long rest happens.
Oh.
Like, there are certain abilities, the more powerful abilities, you don't get back until long rests happen.
Okay.
And you've
Then-
technically got like 2 hours in before the fight, but you're only going to get maybe 3 hours in at this point.
Teffie does not care for time. Teffie will take a short rest and then kind of scoot someone sleeping out of the way so she can set up her rifle at the entry to this hollow, just to keep an eye on things through the scope.
Through the scope. Okay.
Tactically, I think it's better that we short rest and then move as far as we can until like the beginning of evening, before the sun even sets. Find a place, sleep until morning. Fully get like a full we all
rest.
sleep 10 hours, you know?
Okay.
So that's my choice. I'm going to roll some dice though, to gain some HP back.
Some dice to gain some HP. Okay, hold off on that for a second, Draken.
Don't you dare.
Oh, I'm about to dare.
Don't you
I'm
dare.
about to dare.
You son of a
You,
bitch.
in your dreams, find yourself in a very uncomfortable state.
No.
Around you, there is pulsing of wind tearing at your armor. You can feel bits of sand and debris slamming into your scales, your armor, the tinking of it going off. You can't see anything around, but you can feel the heat emanating around you. What do you do?
Well, considering I've been on more than one vision quest and met a handful of... I'm gonna keep moving forward, but I'm gonna say out loud, alright, whatever this is, can we get it over with, please?
Give me strength saving throw.
Strength saving?
Strength saving throw.
18, 11 on the die.
18 and 11 on the die. You begin to move forward, picking up your feet one at a time. It is almost as if the ground itself around you is begging for you to get closer to it, not farther away, as your joints start to pop as you manage to get each foot off the ground. Painful as it may be, you shoulder through it, stepping either deeper into whatever this is or farther away from it. Give me a charisma saving throw.
I shall. Watch it be a 13 again. Real close. It was a 14, so 26 this time.
26. You could feel as you are beginning to walk through and picking up each foot at a time, the weight on your feet starts to lessen. The wind around you starts to slow, the heat escaping and cooling. Do you continue?
Yeah. I mean, the only way out is through. The entire time, I need you to understand, this is for the folks at home, I am under my breath, switching back and forth between draconic curses and praying to Tyr. It's this like back and forth thing of like, all right, like whatever this is, help me through it, you know, blah blah blah, help me be courageous, and then right back to why every single time is it the most confusing situation? Like, just mad.
Mad, angry, frustrated, you finally escape out of this strange maelstrom. When you look behind you, it's nothing but a giant cloud of darkness with red flashes throughout. And the landscape in front of you is charred and blackened. There are tall trees in locations, but they are scorched, and anything that they tried to grow has been burnt off. You're on a barren, desolate waste of burnt land. Burnt to the point of a sheer flash of heat, not a consistent heat. Just enough to kill what is on the surface. Maelstrom behind you, barren wasteland in front of you. What do you do?
Continue through the barren waste very quickly, though. Out of, let's see, looking through my spells. I know that I probably, but I'm gonna try anyway. I did not have what I thought I had. I'm gonna try it.
D&D D&D Beyond problem. Like, it didn't actually reset your spells. Could have been a Beyond thing. Like, if you had, if you thought you had the spell.
No, I thought, no, because I know the spell book of Paladins really well, so I don't have it. But I'm going to try just because. Bonus action, Shield of Faith. A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting +2 bonus to AC. On myself, I'm just a little experiment to see if in this dream state realm magic works. You are muted.
Thank you. You bring your hand forth and you pull from what you would normally feel that reservoir of power from Tyr coming. And in its place there's something else. Small, as it might be right now. It's not Tyr's influence, but you do bring the spell to life through another's. I'm back. Hi.
All right. That I'm going to say out loud. if you're trying to help me, it would go a lot smoother if you just let yourself be known. And if you're not trying to help me, it would go a lot smoother if you just let yourself be known. And I'm going to keep walking.
You keep walking in this dream state for what feels like hours. But you're familiar with visions like this. You know it's probably only mere seconds in real life. Eventually,
I'm going to pull out my pipe and my pipe weed, and I'm going to smoke along the trail and like hum tunes.
Humming tunes. You find this barren waste is unanimous across all horizons that you see, and eventually there is a speck of green. You continue walking forward as the horizon starts to expand to nothing but vast fields of grass. You're still in the barren waste as you see large trees with leaves all over, blooming, flowers blossoming, and a figure standing right in front of you. It's impossible to miss its presence. Although it appears as a humanoid, you can see and tell that its existence expands to all eternity in a way you will never be able to explain. On its left side, the armor is charred, blackened, and broken, jagged in places, holding a blade that is almost obsidian in its make. And on its right side, split cleanly down the middle, much like this landscape that you see now, is a bright, shining, gold-trimmed armor with a shield resplendent in make.
I'm assuming you're the person I'm here to meet.
Figure doesn't move, but you hear a booming voice in your head. Your god has no power here.
Figured that one out on my own.
Silence.
Well, then let's just start with names, I guess. Draken. Parkoth. That's where I'm from. Not this realm, clearly. This is the first realm where nothing works. None of my power.
Figure turns to where the bright shining portion of his armor is now in the dark, blackened, charred, barren waste, and the blackened portion is now in the green grassland area. And you hear boom inside your head. Find your balance. As the vision suddenly gets pulled from your eyes, and you wake up, having been jostled aside by Teffie Katon as she's pulling out a very big rifle and putting it on the branch. You have access to your cantrips.
Paladins don't have cantrips.
That sucks. You have access then to your lay on hands.
Okay. That's actually quite the boon, guys. I need you to understand how phenomenal lay on hands is. Very quickly, first thing waking up. Well, I gotta do it. I'm very low on health. I'm gonna give myself 20 HP from lay on hands very quickly.
Okay. Teffie, there's a strange warmth that comes from Draken for just a slight moment as you see parts of him begin to glow around wounds. Areas that he's just lightly touching, and the wounds reseal.
Oh, that's better. Did you have a Dreamquest vision thingy last night?
Teffie just gives him a side eye and looks up and down and says, "No."
How much do you know about the gods here?
More than I'd like, but less than I should.
Which one's the one that's burnt on one side, perfect on the other?
I'm gonna be honest, Teffie doesn't know. Well, I don't know. Teffie probably does.
Teffie can give me, given the learnedness and the genuine, I think,
Pupil?
fascination of Teffie, give me a religion check with advantage.
Ooh,
There you are.
Advantage means I grab another one of those suckers. That's
Yes.
unbelievable.
Roll twice.
Okay, religion, bingo bongo, 19.
19. Burnt on one side, perfect on the other. It strikes you very... It's not how he's depicted today, but according to the book, that I don't think we've ever given it a title, the book written by the voice of the deities, at one point, one of his companions saw Yuldir the Just, depicted as such. Great Dragonborn, clad in pure armor, burnt and destroyed armor on the left, perfect on the right.
That sounds like Yuldir the Just. But not as he's portrayed now. That's a very old portrayal of him.
Can you spell that name for me?
That's a great question.
Yuldir? The Just.
Does the I have a dot on it or no dot?
It's got a dotty.
Okay.
I just don't add it. I'm too lazy to do it in typed text. Because there's something specific you have to do with it, and I'm like, whatever. He's also known as the Great Balancer.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that information to Draken. And say, why are you having dreams of our gods? What did he want?
Well, see, the vast majority of gods have this habit of being very fickle and very vague.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why in Parkoth, in my realm, Tyr was my choice. Very direct god. Doesn't play games. I don't know what he wants. He said, find my balance. Didn't know I was unbalanced, but I guess I am. See anything yet? And I kind of motion to outside the tree. What would you call that? It's not a... There's got to be a name for... Hold on.
Alcove?
Isn't it Nook?
Nook?
Oh, maybe it
think
is
it's
a
Nook.
nook.
Yeah, I think it's a
Hold on.
Nook.
Tree... Nook. Let's see. Yep. Nook.
Nice.
I
Do
knew
I
it'd
see
be-
anything?
Nothing right now. Laborious, you're awake at this point. Everyone opted to take a short rest before continuing on, because it was either
How
short
long
rest
is the
or
short? That's just 15?
it's 2 hours,
2 hours, okay.
not 15 minutes. No, GMs who give 15-minute
Alright.
short rests are brave souls.
Who wakes up feeling any amount of rested after
Yeah,
15
for
minutes?
No.
Right.
40,
I
I
was
think
hoping it'd be like 4,
45
but
should
that's
be the
okay.
bottom for a short rest.
I
45,
agree.
and then max should be 3 hours. That's... Anything beyond that is little silly to me. Perception. Roll perception.
Hey, give me a perception check. And Teffie, you can as well. I mean,
Ooh.
from your passive, you don't see anything walking around.
Ooh, I got a 1.
Oh, you definitely don't. You see nothing.
Yeah.
The sun catches
Teffie-
Draken's arm in the wrong way and blinds you.
Okay.
It's not even
I'm going-
shiny either. Somehow it just.
I mean, you're more than welcome to take a look. I don't think I have it loaded at the moment. She does a little clicky slidey of the bolt action. It's not loaded. Well, no, she does pop out one shell of it. Okay, well, it's not loaded now. You can just have a look at it. I'm just using it like a telescope, basically.
Draken, you've seen a varied supply of firearms of this design from multiple different kinds of technology. This is probably one of the biggest ballistic rifles you've ever seen.
I'm not going to use the scope. I'm going to slightly stick my head out and like scan around. And Teffie, you see my forked tongue come out and go like that a few times with a 23 perception.
23 perception? With Teffie looking at you having pulled that bolt up back and the bullet popping out, looking out, 23 perception, creeping along the side, just to the right of this tree, is BT.
The year may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. May peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles